Hello, everyone. This is Duran's Healing, and welcome to tonight's Healing Circle. And I hope you guys have been enjoying or working through this full moon energy. I know for me, it has ruptured my sleep pattern for the past couple days, and I'm navigating myself through it. And I hope that you all have found a way to navigate through this highly charged energy that is coming through from this full moon. And I'm going to prepare the fire for tonight's healing circle. And as you all gather around, please be sure to contribute your energy, whether it be a like, a subscribe, a share, or comment below to let me know how this message is showing up in your world. And with that being said, let's get right into the messages. And the message that's speaking the loudest is coming directly from the other side, or from your spirit guides, your spirit team, however you call them. And what I'm seeing here is that there is a clearing of space. Something about making way. Where this higher energy is making way for your creativity to be fully nurtured or fully merged into the deepest part of the waters so that it can be cultivated. The way the stones are falling, there's a large space surrounding your spirit guide or your ancestor stone. This is showing up to me in many different messages. One of the messages being that it's almost as if there's a force field around you in order to protect or safeguard your creativity. I don't know, it's giving me, it's as if there's a force field or armor being placed around you so that nothing could interfere with you cultivating this creative part of yourself. And being that there's this force field, something else is showing up to me. And what I'm downloading is that you may be experiencing a feedback from this happening in your world. And this could show up by you disassociating from certain people randomly. Or experiences might pop up in your world and you don't really understand why you have to separate yourself. There's something about separation here. And what I'm gathering is that if any energy that is making an attempt, or any energy that was around you that had the capacity to interfere with your creative endeavor or your creative energy, you will see the impact of that. Because your spirit guides are protecting you in this arena. They're protecting you in this area because there is something highly important about you creating, you being an innovator or cultivating the creative part of yourself that rings very loudly to me. There's power in it. There's a reason why your spirit guides are so invested in protecting this part of yourself energetically. It's as if they're protecting your spiritual hygiene so that there isn't any interruption from you cultivating this. And I'm very interested to see who has been working on something. If you have been cultivating, whether you've been singing, writing, dancing, whatever it may be, in terms of you expressing the deepest part of yourself. Let me know if this is your story or this message is for you. Because you may not know why people have been falling from your world, or certain environments may not be conducive for you at this particular time. The higher energy says that this creative part of you must continue to be poured into, to be cultivated, so that your spiritual journey can deepen. There's depth here. There's something about your healing journey that is being taken further. And your creativity is a catalyst for that. And the protection that you're experiencing at this time may be causing some confusion for you. Not knowing why hiccups are presenting themselves in your world. One day everything is fine, and the next, boom, something happens. And this is the reason for this. And the higher energy is telling you to go with the flow that's least resistant. Stay in the flow. Don't worry about who or what is falling by the wayside. You don't have time to think yourself through this or try to figure out if there's something wrong with you. There is something wrong with you. And it's because the cultivation of the spiritual part of yourself that is holding this creativity within you must be cultivated. This doesn't happen to the common man. This happens when you're highly in tune with the higher energy that is taking you on a much deeper path to ensure the success of the fulfillment of your mission. Yeah, you have been going through a lot of radical changes. A lot of changes and shifting from the outside of you down to the inside of you. Stripping away old things that were prevalent or relevant that are no longer there or no longer of service to you. And this stripping away of outdated things or outdated thinkings and people is happening because you must stand in power. The magnitude of the inside of you carries a key to unlocking the great mysteries and wonders of this planet. And not only that, you defy logic, you defy the elements, you defy gravity. And coming to understand the power of who you truly are. I'm pausing right now or laughing because of the way the stones are conjured up together. It's quite interesting to me how your platform of power, your key of access, and your pyramid stone are all in association with one another. Because your pyramid stone is here letting me know that the energy, the uniqueness of yourself carries a lot of weight. Breaking it down, you know a lot. The spirituality or the spiritual quest that you have been on has gained you the privilege to access a wealth of knowledge and information that gives you a certain degree of confidence so that you can stand tall. Meaning that very little intimidates you. certain energy doesn't even bother you because you know what you know. And people don't really understand the encyclopedia and the wealth of knowledge that you have buried in your memory bank. And somehow, all of this spiritual knowledge allows you to get rid of any doubt that tends to permeate the minds of most people. You're strong, you're confident, you're courageous. And the fact that you can move in this level of energy, there's very little that intimidates you because you know who you are and you know what you're here to do. And as you continue to navigate in this wisdom, in this spiritual knowledge, you're a lot closer to clarity than you think. The very thing that is making you thirst is here to quench it, because the clarity stone is showing up here. So you don't have to wonder about the things that riddle your mind as much. If you lend your body to the very thing that pulls on your energetic frequency, it will guide you to the subspace window that your energy is connected to, connecting you to the nature part of yourself, the magical side of you. If you allow this energy to flow through you, you will see very unique things to pop up in your life. The things that you dreamt about, the things that you always wondered will reveal themselves to you. The trees will speak to you. The plants will recognize you. The otherworldliness of your adventure will take shape, allowing you to nurture this eclectic side of yourself even more. Because the wealth of energy that's here, celebrating your arrival at the mystic side of you, at the spiritual wonder of this planet, are awaiting you to be your wild self. All you need to do is take the plunge and accept this part of yourself fully. There's a whole world that is waiting on you to nurture this piece. And you may feel like it's a bit difficult to do. You may be in an environment that doesn't necessarily support the alternative reality or the alternative methods. They call it New Age thinking, New Age consciousness, but don't worry too much about that. Don't worry too much about the people perspective, about who you are and how you choose to show up. Because the abundance of energy that's awaiting on you to cultivate this side of yourself, you will see that there will be a blossoming, a watering of this part of you that you've longed for. Yeah. Wow. That was a very powerful message, you guys. Very powerful. The amount of energy that I can see here that's in support of this spiritual side of you is truly in abundance. Because of you have something here that the other worldly side needs in order for there to be a bridging of the gap between the spirit world and the human world. And you are the liaison, the trailblazer in this paradigm, but also the other paradigm. Wow. You're very complex. Very complex. Very powerful message, you guys. And if you're still here in tonight's healing circle, please be sure to like, subscribe, or comment below, or contribute your energy by liking or subscribing, however you see fit. I greatly appreciate all of you that are here tonight. And what I will do at this particular time is I will shift the energy to see what other messages the higher energy would like for me to convey to you all at this particular time. I did shuffle the cards and some came out. I won't read them just yet because I'm going to get back into the stones to see what these, there's a cluster of key stones here, and I'm eager to dissect them. So I will jump back into the stones to see what other messages the higher energy would like for me to share with you all, and read the other cards if the energy calls me to do so. And the other message that I'm downloading or seeing here is that even though you're going through all these transitions, right, and experiences, there's one part of you that's embracing it. There is an acceptance of knowing that you're being guided and that you're on the right path that gives you some degree of solace, some degree of peace inside of you. But the other side is the fact that there's so many people, places, and things pulling on your energy. Whether it be from family, friends, work, spiritual things, the piles of cowrie shells here that's around you lets me know that your energy is of high commodity. And what's at your head though? What's in your mind? There's something ringing in your head about the other side, the other worldly energy. I don't know if the fact that you have been tapped into something or something in your world that is so otherworldly, you cannot escape it. You cannot get away from this energy. Something keeps bringing you back to this highly charged source of energy that keeps reminding you that there's something important that you need to focus on. And the wealth of information that is seamlessly floating to you is coming from a higher source that is connecting you to your brilliance, allowing you to be visible out in this world because of your personal medicine, because of your gifts. The world sees your gift. Even if you are hidden, the energy of your gift is not. People can feel you, see you, sense you, even if you say nothing. That's the strength and the magnitude of the energy that you have. And something about this registration between you and the other world and your gifts gives you a sense of belonging, gives you a sense of identity. And that lets me know you take this work with honor and pride, with some form of sacredness. And the way the stones are falling is as if there is a halo above your head. And all of these powerful energies are circling around you, causing you to ascend. There is nothing on this planet that will make you go down. Even when all these energies are pulling on you, you have the capacity to say, no, not today. I don't have the energy for it today. You are elevated. Your mind is elevated. Your spirit is elevated. And there is a higher purpose that you know that you are connected to, and nothing is going to get in the way of that. You're sharp. You know why you're here. And the energies around you may be of low vibration. That doesn't matter to you because your head is in the right place. You're on the right path, knowing what you're called to do. But somehow, even above your halo, there is your obstacle stone here. Why? Why is that? Questions that need answers. And being that this obstacle stone is in community or in the mineral, that lets me know some of you are still feeling alone. You may still be feeling like you haven't found your community of people yet. There is still some degree of unfulfillment when it comes to the social side of yourself. Not fully being able to be who you are out in the open, preventing you from taking action, from stepping forward in a certain way. I'm not particularly sure what it is because the stones stop speaking here. You know, the stones talk a lot, but then they just shut off and shut down. And I'm going to pull some cards to keep the conversation going. I would like to see what this obstacle is about because the organization stone is right in front of the obstacle stone. And that lets me know this obstacle that you're facing right now. The obstacle that is riddling your path is preventing you from taking action. And it's impossible that you don't know the action to take by all these powerful elements that is surrounding the halo that I used as the analogy before. So this is not a matter of consciousness. Is it an emotional thing? Feeling like you don't belong? What is this obstacle about that the collective is currently facing? Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, I'm going to take this card. I'm going to pull 2 more. A bunch of them fell out. Let's see. That's one. Okay, of course they will fall. Like always, give me 1 second to find these cards. Okay. The obstacle, in terms of your obstacles, the cards that came out were gaslighting, protection, and guided by the spirit. Oh, I see. I can understand this now. Because this is about the social part of you. Because you're so highly spiritual, this is more to do with you being a human and also highly spiritual. And understanding the dichotomy of it all and trying to put it into practice in real time, because on one end you're being pulled on this spiritual level in the world of magic, in the world of what seems to be spontaneity, the randomness of so many things that pop up in your world, but also still trying to live your life as a human. Some of you still may have work to go to. You still have coworkers and people, bills, and just family, and the mundane experience is still present. It's not like you can escape from being a human. And being that your energy has elevated or ascended to this level due to the spiritual work that you've done, now you're trying to find your feet as a human. But you're like a fish out of water. And you are coming into contact with a lot of low-level energies that, quite frankly, you really don't like the fact that you have to deal with it. You don't like the human part of your journey, but you know it's something you have to do due to all of the gaslighting, the manipulation, the projection, all these things that come from people not doing the work on themselves. Is you need some form of protection as you acclimate or continue to merge yourself in your human experience. This is a little bit difficult to articulate to the collective in this way, because there are tools and things that are needed for you in order for you to have that protection, or to feel as if you're protecting yourself. And this also may be due to you having more stronger boundaries now, recreating boundaries for yourself as the spiritual person you are versus just your human side of yourself. You see, the merging piece is you being highly spiritual as a human being. So you may have done the work on this part of yourself, created boundaries, but the spiritual boundaries that you need in order to protect this part of yourself may be what you need to install. It maybe revamp your plan, revamp your practices a bit more, that has your spiritual self as the goal versus your human self. That may be what you need in order for you to be more secure in stepping forward fully as who you are, guided by the Spirit. That's what I'm gathering here. Because you have to take action. You have to keep going. And you need that level of protection, or some version of it, in order for you to feel safe enough to move forward. Because the feeling of being alone and not having community is not true. It is true to some degree, but the stones are showing me there is a community for you. So that's not it. You still have to do a little bit of work around to get there. Because the transition for you being in the proper place with the proper people is in effect. You will get there. This has more to do with your mind. This has more to do with the wounds and the trauma that you have developed from being a spiritual person embarking on a human experience. Revamping yourself and your standards will help you as the transition take place for you to do the work in the community that you're called to do. This isn't about you not having it. The stones show me that you have everything, quite literally. You are abundant, and the world around you is pouring in, investing in you. And the work that you're called to do is in community, because your institution stone is showing up here, which lets me know your mission is indeed confirmed and affirmed. Not only that, there is a sophisticated part of you that is connected to your authenticity. It's something as if there is a genius or a science to you being who you are. And that formula will give you the connection and the gravitational pull to attract the type of people that are yearning for you. So don't feel alone. You're not. Don't worry about your work. The energies are moving through to make it happen for you, because it's showing that to me here. And take this message as a sign and confirmation that you're on the right path. All you need to do is revamp your treatment plan for yourself, and you're going to be well on your way. Period. Whoo. I am hot now. And I would like to say before I close out this healing circle, this isn't me reading stones. This is me simply speaking from the heart. What I can see here, or what I'm feeling for you in my heart, for the collective, is I want you to know that you've done a lot. You are in many dimensions, operating on many planes energetically. And a lot of times you won't get the proper praise for what you're doing. But you're doing the work. You're doing what you're called to do. And not only that, your spirit guides and your higher team is here putting things in place to help protect you on your journey. This is what the original message started with, creating a force field around you so that you can cultivate your creativity. Don't worry about the outside noise right now. Focus on what excites you. Focus on you expressing yourself in a particular modality, in a particular method, whatever you feel like it is. Don't worry about how it looks or what people think right now. Because there is an investment in you. And you're going to cash out. All right, you guys, I am hot. I don't know if you can hear or pick up on it. I turned on my fan today just in case you all push me too close to the fire and that fan is still not enough for me. I try to put it on low so you guys wouldn't hear it. I'm still sweating from these very powerful messages. Thank you all for joining me in tonight's healing circle. And with that being said, I'm going to take this time to close out this healing circle. Thank you all for joining me and contributing your very powerful energy. And with that being said, I will see you all at the next